Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Behind the Lava Lava, where we go behind the lava lava with your everyday regular Samoan men. Just let you know our thoughts and views on what's going on around us. All right. How's it going, Johnny?
Rah.
Mr. Tan?
Hello.
All right. Now, it's getting close to May and June graduation season. And of course, you know, us, our people, a lot of the island folks, our fellow Filipinos as well, and those raised in the beautiful islands of Hawaii and Guam. You know, when it comes time to graduate, we're going to bring the Lei's. We're going to bring the flower Lei's, the money Lei's, the cultural Lei's, and all different types. And if you come from a loving family and community, once you walk across that stage or field, whatever it is, your people are going to greet you, congratulate you, and put those things around your neck all the way above your eyeballs. Sometimes you're going to have to extend both arms and put the rest of the Lei's on there because it won't fit. And that's something we're accustomed to. But of course, we live here in Utah. I guess with equality being a thing nowadays, it's our fault if other kids don't get Lei's. I mean, there's always been kids not getting Lei's, but apparently now it's a thing since we just happen to have a bigger Polynesian and island type community getting bigger, and you're starting to see it more and more at graduations. Why is this a thing? That's what I want to know. Yeah.
Not with your camera?
I don't know what's going on with this camera.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, traditionally we've done it for a long time. I mean, it's to show our appreciation for a job well done. And usually it's a form of affection, or at least for us, you know, you make a Lei for everybody who's coming there to congratulate somebody, the person of the hour, and everybody puts a Lei on them. And we've done it. All the Polynesian islands do it. All the Fijians, the Tahitians, the Armenians, the Hawaiians, even the Micronesians, the Indonesians. Well, maybe not the Indonesians, but, you know, us, the South Pacific Islanders, we all do that. And so, you know, I think it's cool. Now, is this something we gatekeep? Because, I mean, I'm not going to lie, the Polynesian presence, especially here in Utah, is pretty big. And even states like Seattle, California, people are accustomed to seeing at graduations people getting Lei's. And if you have, I know for my graduation, I had a bunch of friends, really close friends that were Palagi Mexican, and I would take some of my Lei's and put them on them as a show, like, hey, congrats, we did it. Or my family would make some for them too. But so now there have been instances going on here, especially here in Utah, where some of the schools are not allowing them. They're not allowing them to have these Lei's. And there's been a pushback from the Polynesian community about it because it feels like they're infringing on their freedom to express the way they want to. And then even there's also pushback about people getting upset about other people that are not Polynesian making Lei's for their own families, so the candy Lei's. And then also at the same time, I mean, some of these like presentations, like the cuinas, the big old papale on top of the dollars, those things are pretty sweet, but I mean, it's a little extra. So, I mean, should we be gatekeeping stuff like that, or what do we do? Do you throw friction when the school says no? I mean, I'm of the mind that if a school says for the ceremonial side, you have your cap and gown ceremony, don't do it, then that means don't do it. Don't wear a Lei while you're walking up to receive your diploma. A lot of it has to do with uniformity, and the schools have to maintain a semblance of we care about everyone's opinion. And if a lot of people are getting mad about individualism, people trying to stand out, then so be it. I know a lot of people were upset last graduation season about the tauvala, the Tongans. The kid wanted to wear a tauvala during the graduation, and he ended up, I don't know what happened. I know they threatened to not give him his diploma if he did it, and he did it. School asked him not to do it, but at that point, I believe it just do it. Just get your diploma and go home. You don't have to make a statement in front of the world. Wear your tauvala under the gown. And when you're done walking, go outside the parking lot where it really matters, where you see all your friends, and then put on your whole siapo and put on your cuina, your big money pale, and do your little kaulunga in front.
Plus Polly's the grad party matters more than the graduation.
Right? The ceremony is just so you stand there and then it gives you that 2 seconds where they say your name really fast and then everybody just screams for those 2 seconds. And then that's it. You're done. Now you're at the back of the bus. Go.
Yeah, and I think that it's okay if we do all these things if we're back on our own islands, right? But we have to remember that we are here in the United States of America. And there's diverse groups of people from all over the world living here in the USA. And it comes down to respect. If other people are not allowed to practice their culture during this important ceremony, then you shouldn't be allowed to too, because you're not the only one. To put it this way, you ain't special to for the graduation to stop and only celebrate you, because the moment is not only for you, it's for everyone who's graduating. And if we go back to Samoan traditions, the leis, the necklaces, I first started back where there were kings and high chiefs, and we used ulafalas to welcome someone of high importance, and it evolved slowly, generation to generation. Now it's evolved from flower leis to candy leis, and now it's down to boxes of bongos and boxes of Siamese, and it's
The Siamese leis.
very ridiculous.
Oh, you seen the one? You seen the one with the basketball and the volleyball? These leis are getting out of hand.
Yeah, it gets out of hand. But yeah, remember, we live in this great country of the USA. You have to abide by its rules. Because
Man, I seen one where there was a full-on guinga with a cape. There was a cape made of dollar bills. That thing was sweet, but I mean, still.
Maybe I can understand limiting it if they got to stack legs before they're crossing that stage, but still, it's not highlighting individualism if we're waiting till afterwards, till the ceremony's actually done. That shouldn't be a matter of concern.
Yeah, I'm all for the world isn't all cut roses. Not everybody's going to get a trophy at the end of the day. At the same time, in high schools, on the same token, it's when you're doing this for the ceremony part, I'm real big on just them. Everybody stays bland in general. Maybe do your hair a little bit nicer than most people, but you're going to be wearing the same thing. Your cap and gown, that's it. Go up there, get your paper, and leave. The paper that says come back next week and pick up your diploma. But do it that way. Yeah. And then when you're going outside, that's when you did all your do your stuff, but not before, not during. And so if these schools are banning them, it's the same thing like when I was in high school, right? One of the kids didn't.
Yes.
It wasn't that long ago. Like 20 years now. It's almost 20 years since I've been out of high school. But when I was in high school, I remember during the graduation ceremony, one of the kids in my school literally pulled out one of those beach balls, the ones that you blow up real quick.
Yeah.
He blew up the beach ball, and then he was, hitting it around, and he got pulled out of the ceremony. They wouldn't give him his diploma. Yeah.
Dang. That's tradition too. In high school, the beach ball, and then everybody hits it around.
Ours was the one thing we did for my class was the student body got a whole bunch of marbles. We all had a bunch of marbles. And everybody held a marble in their hand. And when you went up to shake the principal's hand, we handed him the marble. And he had nothing to do with it because he's in front of everybody. And so it started off with he would put it in his pocket. My graduating class was 800. It was a big school. It wasn't really a big school. It's just we had a bunch of cities. Back then, I know, Michael, you're familiar with the area. I went to Clearfield. Back then, there was no Syracuse High School. So everybody that lived on the west side of Layton, Clearfield, Sunset, Clinton, and then Syracuse, they all went to that high school. So there's like 5 major cities all going to the same high school. So there's a lot of us. And yeah, we all put marbles in there. But after a while, like my principal, both pockets were full of marbles. And then he was starting to set them on the table where the diplomas were at. That's like harmless fun. Yeah. But when you do other stuff, like I think at one of the girls wrote on her cap, she decorated the top of her cap.
Yeah.
So she could stand out so her family can pick her out. I think stuff like that was at the time was kind of acceptable. But nowadays they won't even let you do that.
Yeah, even in the military, you don't even do stuff like that unless you ask for permission, right? Because I'm slowly seeing videos of
when I graduated boot camp, they gave me my dad had a lei for me, There was a money lay, and he put it on me, and he had another one for my drill instructor, and my drill instructor only let us put it on to take the picture, and then as soon as the picture was taken, we had to take it off. You were out of uniform.
Yeah, they were all, man, over there at MCRD, knife handing and everything when I had Lei's on.
Yeah, so they were over there, and because I had a dude from Ivory Coast, West Africa, his stats aren't Bamba. He walked right. He's a little short black dude. And he walked right up to me, and he's like, hey, Samoan. And my dad put a lay on him, like, took a picture, and he's like, oh, thank you. And then he took it off. And I'm like, oh, that's for you. You keep that one. This one's for me. And so I had to take mine off while I walked around, especially with all the higher ups, you know?
Yeah, the vibe is probably different in Hawaii. They probably allow that kind of stuff. But again, it doesn't stay on you that long because it basically you're still out of regs if you wear it too long.
Yeah, pretty much everybody got stacks in Hawaii.
So I still wish I was stationed in Hawaii.
Yeah, I remember my high school graduation. I had the Lei's go up here, and I don't know why people want that. I was annoyed by it. You know, It was heavy. It was heavy. Couldn't see. Yeah, it looks good, but ultimately it sucks wearing it up high above your head. So it's okay to be prideful, proud, mimika. All that thing is good, but you have to put in mind that the people around you, you know, the other people who celebrate differently during graduations are the Native Americans, the Black community, but they're not allowed to do that anymore. They get stopped too when they try to practice their culture. So if everyone is not allowed to do that kind of stuff, that also includes us, the Pacific Islanders.
Yeah. From what I understand, it was always just because for that ceremony part. You weren't allowed to do anything special for the ceremony part. It was always after.
Yeah, especially when you go pick up your diploma, you're stopping the line when someone comes up and put that lei on you. You're stopping the line. They're trying to pass out the diplomas.
What about what do you call it? What about the Polynesian stuff and people that are not Polynesian that are making these candy leis and selling them on marketplace?
Well, I think you gotta do what you gotta do to make money. I'm okay with sharing culture. Is fine.
Better not put that old people candy in. Yeah.
Why? That old people candy is the best ones. You know, the funny thing is, every time I got money leis, or not the money leis, the candy leis, never opened them. They were such a pain in the butt. You know, we all make a saran wrap. You wrap them real good. They were such a pain to dig one out. So I didn't even bother. Just screw it. The candy's gone forever. I can touch it.
So what's your favorite candy lei candy? Mine is the old strawberry candy, you know, with a red wrapper and green.
It looks like a strawberry.
Yeah. So you're an old man then.
Not that old.
that's the old people candy.
What do you call those little caramel scotches?
Werther's.
Werther's, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Werther's and that strawberry shaped flavored looking candy.
Nah, I always like the fruit flavored Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah. I like the Airheads, the full size candy bars. Yeah, top of the line stuff.
Nah, I got generic candy. Get the bundle, get the bag.
Going for a sugar crash that night.
This guy getting his full candy bar Lei's.
Yeah, I didn't drink in high school.
No, that's true.
As good as you can get, or as I got.
I didn't need that. I was high on life and experiences and memories and joy.
Who first came up with the idea of candy leis for graduations? Was it the Hawaiian, the Samoan, the Tongans?
I think it was just somebody thought it was cool, started doing something different, and somebody else liked it. And then, but I think it originated from Samoans because we like to start trends and we also like to follow trends.
Oh, that's where I disagree. I think it's the Hawaiians.
Oh, the Hawaiians? The Hawaii?
Yeah, one day they saw that they had so many beautiful flowers growing all around the island, and they thought, oh, I need to make good use of all these flowers. Why don't we just put it together in a string and throw it on someone during graduation? You know, I bet it sparked in someone's mind, oh, this is a great idea. Now I can sell it. What do you guys think?
I think you're doing a horrible job selling it.
I think you better hide your
I
inbox. Is
think
gonna,
we don't even believe in what we're talking about right now.
most of the messages you'll get in your inbox will start with, "Hey, fucker."
Yeah.
Hey, fuck up.
But I strongly think the Hawaiians started it because I don't think the Samoans or the Tongans are that creative.
No, I don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that the Samoans are very creative. I just think that. But can we just all agree that the Samoans should just do the Manu Samoan, stop doing the hapa? We have our own war dance. Do the Manu Samoan.
But yeah,
See what's up.
the Hawaiians, I will give you credit with these Leis, but just to let you guys know, you guys immigrated from Samoa.
Yeah, King Kamehameha, the first, second, and third are the Samoan. The fourth is Tongan.
Hey, my people from the 808, I just want to let you know, I do not agree. It's a good thing my camera's not working.
They're like, hey, what do they call you in Hawaii?
Yeah, they call me Danho.
Danho, huh? They call you tiny bubblets. Tiny screwballs.
All right, once again, thanks for joining us tonight. Go ahead and like and subscribe on all platforms. All right, y'all have a good night. See you next time.